have fun anymore. I don't want to be that guy. I don't want to be all depressed all the time. I want to have fun. I like to have fun.
Yeah. And everybody, it takes the time that it takes to get to that point, you know. It took you however many times in rehab to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It doesn't happen overnight.
No.
And I have to remind myself that too. And also the women that I work with have the same feelings, you know. It's a process, and to just not give up, you know, and to keep on keeping on. And all I can ever say is, if I have any advice, is that things get better. Everything gets better.
There's someone who reached out to us recently, and she is going to go check into a detox tomorrow.
Yeah.
And
so proud of her.
Yeah, me too, because it started off with, hey, I need, can you guys help? This and that. And then it kind of went to, well, you do it for me. And it was like, I'm not doing that for you.
That's not going to happen.
Like, you can do it for yourself. Pick up the phone, call. I don't want to. Well, sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do. And she kind of got it together to where she did. And I bet she feels proud as hell right now that she's making the right decisions. She's doing it.
Yeah.
As opposed to, oh, well, all I did was I called Corey, I called Marney, and they hooked me up and got me in. And yes. No, now she's going to have a sense of pride where she took the steps that she needed to take to get herself in there.
Yeah.
And she's going to drive herself there, and she's going to be the one doing it. This is her decision, not her family members, not the courts, nobody. She's the one that is doing it. So I think going into it, she has much better chance of, and I don't want to say taking it serious, because I think there were moments where she took it serious, but just kind of let it get away from her.
The mind frame can be different. Yeah. The whole, like, your self expectations, I guess. And maybe I'm just reflecting because from my own experience, but that's what it was. I mean, when you're putting everything is being driven, like, internally, like, I'm doing this because I know that I need to do it. Then there's expectations for myself that only I have put on me. There's nobody else. There's no checks and balances that are outside of me. Mm-hmm. And that's what made me keep, like, wanting to learn and wanting to challenge myself and wanting to put myself in uncomfortable positions with, dealing with my feelings and figuring stuff out, That's what it was about for me, is really trying to figure things out and going back into sifting through all of the bull crap that, that had gotten to me to where I was. And it's not easy. It's not easy at all. But, like, for example, like you were saying, when you are deciding to do all of that, to face all those things on your own terms, it can make a world of difference of the outcome.
You said deciding to. There was a time, my mom can back this one up too, and I don't know if it was, was it the psych ward? I don't remember if I had just got out of it or maybe my electric got shut off, but there was some reason I had to go to my mom's house and stay, and she did not want to take me back home. I remember that. And I was like, all right, Mom, it's time to drop me off back in my apartment, and she didn't want to. But I was sitting there. I think my electric was about to get cut off or something. I didn't have the money to pay it. And I think I was doing Shipt at the time. And I was like, well, I'll just hit these orders. I always had an excuse to get out of there. But I didn't myself want to face any more stressors. I didn't want to call the electric company. I didn't want to call the gas company or whatever it was. And she ended up doing that for me. And it was like one of those moments where, I just said where, our friend that just reached out, I'm like, well, pick up the phone and do it yourself. And I kind of wonder if my mom would have done that. And I know she wasn't just doing it for me. Like, I was 4 years old again, prancing through the lingerie aisle, running into a little person. She wasn't going to like sit there and do, I mean, she was like handing me the phone and stuff, but for the most part, and then I'd be like, oh, I don't want to talk. I can't do it. But it takes what it takes. I both know that, but deciding, I could have put my foot down and said, damn it, Corey, pick up the phone, be a man, get your stuff together. Some reason I wasn't at that point, and I don't know if it was because the whole codependency thing, or I had to let someone else do it for me. There's a few people I know that are like that, and they just want everybody to do things for them. And until it was kind of forced on me to, boom, here's what you need to do. And I said, all right, I lined up the treatment center. I had all that stuff. So when I went in front of the judge and he said, yeah, you need to go. And I went to Riverwood in Benton Harbor, who really helped me a lot. And Pana was great. Everybody there, for the most part, really great. And, Pana said you need to go for 90 days to a year. And I was like, what? But I had already looked and did my research and found a place that I wanted to go to. And that made it a lot easier when I said, well, here's, how about this place? Call this place. And he did. And that's where I went. And that's where the story kind of started. But I could have just been like, yeah, put me wherever, man. Like, whatever, you do it for me. And that might have been the time where I decided, all right, foot's down, let's go. If I'm going, let's go where I want to go. Of course, I have to be in control all the time, So, and that is a character defect. But yeah, it's interesting. That's probably, I think, when I decided to kind of just dust myself off and pull my belt buckle tighter and put my head down and say, here we go.
Yeah.
Where's this
let's
journey
do
going?
this.
Yeah, where's it going to take us? I don't have school to go back to. I guess I was kind of ordered to go. So it was okay. I could have went and did some jail time if I wanted to replace that, but no, I'm glad it happened how it did. And as much as I wish I could have just got it right the first time, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad I had to go through all the things I did. And even looking back at the mental hospitals and the rehabs I've been in, most of them were damn fun. I made them fun. I really did. And I don't know, when you leave a rehab and people are like, man, this rehab was so much fun because you were here and it's going to suck without you, man. They kind of let you know that I was on the right path to having fun in recovery as being a tool. And I didn't realize it at that time. I was just trying to just have fun. But when I realized you could have fun in recovery too, you don't have to be drunk to have fun. And it's been a while since I drank to have fun anyway. But yeah, it was fun. Those moments. And I posted something. I saw a video that Rob and I were in, and I was showing him the Benny Mardones video of the song Into the Night, which is Pedophile's like theme song. Like, just listen to it. The guy was like 36 or 38 when he did the video of him trying to coax this 16-year-old girl out the window and going up the front door and being all pissed off at the dad because dad's like, no, my daughter's not coming out here. And the video is creepy, man. It really is. How that song got played on the radio, I have no idea. No idea.
I'm not familiar with that. That sounds creepy.
You've never heard of the song?
No.
Oh my gosh. I should pause this and play you the video, but you can check it out on your own time too.
Okay.
But but the video was that, and Rob was like, what the hell? And freaking out. And it took me back to a year ago, and I miss the early days in recovery. Like, it's those memories where you look back and go, man, I remember I went to the Cowboys game or whatever, and we got so trashed. It was so much fun. Now I'm starting to replace those kind of stupid memories with actual real memories of, getting out of the treatment center and going to live in sober living. And you'd think, well, you're living in a room with 8 beds. You got 4 bunk beds in there, like your children almost. And you're telling me that you miss those days? And yeah, I miss the camaraderie. I miss the guys. Matt was in there. He was still talking to me. And, Rob, he was my, what do they call it? Not BFF, but Rob was my dude, man. Mm-hmm. And, Rob and I, we had many, many, many talks about many different things. And I really do wish him the best, and he said he just got his 60 days clean again. So congrats to Rob, and congrats to Brooks as well. He kind of chimed in and said he's got his 90 again. So you got to keep going, and I think those guys are hopefully on the right track where they need to be going. And yeah, I miss those days, them early days that you would never think that you miss living in a room with 8 dudes. Okay.
No, but I mean, the place that I work at, I used to be a resident, and I'm like, I remember those times. It was sober living then, but I had fun there. I mean, I did. I made friends. I enjoyed my life when I was there, and so much time had gone by and awfulness that I had forgotten about it, but yeah, there's hope in places like that. Hope happens there.
There you go.
Like that?
Is that a free plug? Send them a bill for that one.
Stop it.
No, but so, yeah, look for us on Zoom meetings, though. 217 Recovery will need some help. I'm sure there's some people out there that would love to do some help. So, Marney just volunteered, huh? Thanks.
Yeah, of course.
Do the women's
Anytime.
thing, but yeah, I at least want to do at least 4 a month, and I'll commit to two a month, and I just don't want to, as much as I want to have one every single day, every hour. That's just not going to happen.
And plus, if you want to see Corey's Zoom background, definitely want to join the meeting. That I picked out. I picked out several for him.
Mine was, yeah, but so we were going to talk about this.
That's okay. We can be a surprise.
Okay, but I just didn't like how you chickened out all of a sudden once I showed you
yeah, well, you and the people that are listening will understand why when they come to the Zoom meeting.
Well, yeah, and they need to realize too that there was no bet in place. I just said I'm going to pick your background and you're going to pick mine.
Right.
You had no idea
there's got to
what
be
I
within
had.
certain.
No, there was no parameters set. There was no. It was. I'm picking yours, you pick mine. You just had no idea where my mind was going. You weren't prepared for it.
Yeah. It's got to be rated certain.
It's got to be rated nothing, whatever. And if we make people mad because of our backgrounds, then that's just giving them something that they need to work on, and you're welcome.
Yeah, well, I made mine fun, and I gave you options.
I gave you option?
2 options. They were the same thing.
One was a little bit more close up, I think.
Anyway, we'll work through the details on that.
And if you come to the 217 Recovery Zoom meetings, you can have whatever you want as your background. I don't care.
Because Corey won't judge.
No, as long as it's not like
offensive.
If it's like child porn or like cruelty to animals, that's not going to fly. But like other than that, I'm pretty open, Pretty open. Oh, I can't wait for you to see Marney's background. It's wonderful. So I can't make mine an all men meeting.
Right.
Well, mine will just be hell. I might even just have an open meeting.
Yeah.
My mom would, I'm sure, enjoy coming.
Absolutely, I think you should do that. Meeting. I'm doing that. Yeah.
But all right, so look for that. We'll have links, of course, on our website, 217recovery.com. There's resources there. You can chat with us there as well. If you ever want to hit us up, you can find us. We're pretty easy to find on Facebook as well. Spotify, iHeartRadio, Deezer. We're on all the podcasting apps, Podcast Addict. However you're listening right now will probably be good enough to get the job done. You can listen to our website too, 217recovery.com/podcast. And check out Broken and Beautiful, the blog. That's updated frequently. Broken and Beautiful podcast. She's working on some things, so just proud of her for even attempting it. I'm talking about Anna, but check it out. Thanks for listening and share us with